After Athens and Sparta, let's move even further back in time, to a place where a river didn't just support life but designed a civilization. Around 3500 to 3000 BC, long before the Great Pyramids, Egypt was already becoming something special. And it all began with one thing: the Nile River. Most people know the simple fact: the Nile flooded every year. But the real story is what that repetition did to everyday life. Far south, in the Ethiopian highlands, seasonal rains came almost every year. Those rains swelled the Nile's tributaries. Weeks later, the water reached Egypt. For people living there, a clear rhythm emerged. The river rises, the land floods, the water retreats, fertile soil remains. You plant, you harvest, you wait. And then it happens again, not once, not twice, but for hundreds of years. In a world where many places depended on unpredictable rain, this was rare, a natural system you could almost trust. That changed everything. Because when food becomes relatively stable, life doesn't have to be pure survival anymore. You can stay in one place, plan ahead, store grain, support people who don't farm, builders, potters, priests, early administrators. The flood wasn't just water, it was a structure for time and work. Now let's look at how the Nile shaped space and movement. You couldn't just build anywhere. From roughly July to November, the Nile flooded and covered much of the farmland. From November to February, the water receded, leaving behind moist, dark silt. This was the time to sow and cultivate. From March to July, the land dried out and people harvested and prepared for the next cycle. So a natural order emerged. Build too low and your house floods. Build too far from the river and farming and water become difficult. So people naturally learned fields belong on the lower floodplain, houses go on slightly higher ground, safe from rising water. The desert edge, too dry to farm, becomes the place for the dead. If you draw a section, it reads almost like a simple diagram: river, fields, villages, desert. Every day people walk this pattern: home to fields, fields to village, village to river. Where paths, boats, and storage met, something happened. Markets formed, people gathered, stories were exchanged, life connected. The environment wasn't just feeding people. It was quietly deciding where people met, how far they walked, and where the center of life formed. The Nile acted like an invisible urban planner. And over time, this rhythm-shaped belief itself. When you grow up, seeing land die and return every year, you don't believe in chaos, you believe in order. The river set the rhythm. The land suggested where to build, and people responded. The civilization didn't begin with design, it began with understanding the place, and that is where design beyond form begins.